2 Beast Transformers, 2 different beasts, 2 different TV shows of origin, 2 different factions. Wait, no, they're both Maximals. But despite their differences, there's one fundamental factor that unites these 2 bots and cement them as being some of my favorite figures in this toy line: their fun factor. Greetings, people of YouTube, I'm Screaming Star, and in this video I'll be doing a double review on the Transformers Legacy United Core Class Tasmania Kid and Voyager Class Silverbolt. So, double reviews. Haven't done those in a while, have I? Today's subjects include the Noble Wolf Eagle Fusor from Beast Wars, and the Insubordinate Youngster from Beast Wars II, the Japanese sequel to Beast Wars. Though technically his first toy was from the original Beast Wars lineup, but whatever. I've been looking forward to take a look at these Beast bots. I've always loved these Beast Wars designs despite me having never seen the show one day, and I also greatly enjoy the added touch of realism that Kingdom and Legacy have given to their Beast Wars figures. I am extremely glad to say that the second I cracked these guys out of their boxes, I knew these were at the very least above average figures. I mean, on one hand you get a tiny but solid and fun desk toy, and on the other you get this handsome wolfman hashtag not a furry. Now let's start off relatively tame by taking a look at their accessories. Tasmania Kid comes with his tail blaster, and Silverbolt comes with his 2 javelins, spears,
Black Arachnia pleasure stick.
Okay, let's not get into that, shall we? I mean, I
Totally would.
but I don't have a Black Arachnia figure. Guess you'll have to cuddle with Tarantulas for now. Tasmania Kid's tail gun looks like this. It's pretty daft, but it's show accurate. Piglet under his forearms, and that looks stupid, but pretty neat, and charming in its own way. If you don't like the jank, simply insert it into his anus. Now that that's out of the way, we can talk about some real damage dealers. I still don't know what type of weapon these are supposed to be, but man, they look good. Even have some nice bronze highlights, absolutely lovely. You can make him dual wield these, epic, but I actually prefer to combine them like this. I don't know if this is show accurate or not, but I do know that it's a very badass look. What's even more badass is this weapon storage, which was carried over from his original toy. Look at that. Look at how smoothly they integrate with the wings. They've even got sculpted details to match the wings. Amazing. And amazing isn't the word that I'd use to describe these accessories in general, but they're definitely adequate for the types of characters that they accommodate. Now why don't we take a close look at those titular characters themselves? Starting off small with Tasmania Kid here, I think he looks quite nice for his size. I mean, above all things, he's accurate to the animation model, nice color separations for a figure this small, great for texturing reminiscent of past Kingdom/Legacy Beast Wars figures. It's all I could have asked for. Okay, maybe the head sculpt could have been a bit more defined, but I still like it. I also like how the chest is now a fake jaw piece as opposed to the original, giving it a distinct and more interesting transformation. These hands though, I am a bit mixed on them. On one hand, haha, funny pun, please subscribe and give me all your star screams. I get that these would become his feet in beast mode, and I also kinda like how dynamic they look, but on the other, they look a bit too flat in most poses. Just a minor nitpick, but it's worth pointing out. Other than that, yeah, I really do like him. He's very solid and fun to mess with. Not much more to say, nice little core fella. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this review, the totally not furry bait wolf robot. And I gotta say, this is just Tasmania Kid on steroids. What I mean by that is that he's got most of the things that made me really like Kid. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. He's got most of the things that I really like about Tasmania Kid: the lovely fur textures, the solidity, the design and its accuracy to set design, and just takes it up to another level, especially with this head sculpt. Now that is what I call a handsome hashtag not a furry. For the most part, he lacks paint, but when he is painted, he's painted really nicely. I love these hints of bronze accents, and the red belly button. Wonder what'll happen if I press it. I won't risk finding out, but I did find out that this section is apparently removable. I have no idea why this is, but hey, it's there if you want to use it. And that's clearly all there is to talk about with this fig. Oh wait, the wings. How can I forget my absolute favorite part about this figure? These things are massive, full of details, and very well painted. It's just the culmination of a lot of things that I love about this figure. They're also incredibly expressive and posable for what they are. Speaking of which, the figures themselves also have some damn fine posability. Starting with Tasmania Kid and working my way up. Ball joint at the head, which is a little encumbered by this kibble right here, but if you just move that out of the way, you unlock the full range. You can look up that far. Shoulders are on ball joints that can rotate forward that far, move out that far, bend at the elbow and an elbow swivel, wrist swivel and the wrist can hinge upwards for the transformation, no waist joint which is completely fine, legs can kick forward that far and back not that far, he can do the splits, knee swivel and a knee bend, and finally the ankles are on ball joints, allowing for the slightest bit of ankle pivot, and can move down all the way. This dude pretty much has almost the exact same amount of articulation with some additions, which includes double jointed elbow to do the transformation. When you bend the second elbow hinge, this wolf leg usually likes to come out, just be mindful of that. Waist swivel, hell yeah. Proper ratcheted ankle pivot. And finally for the wings, 2 hinge joints at the base and a rotation at the tip. Also the butt flap moves, I guess. Yeah, these figures are pretty poseable. As always, why don't we just ask them to strike some poses? Wow, that was a lot of stuff to cover already. I gotta actually move on, or else this review will go on for longer than the list of complaints that Transformers fans have against the Transformers 1 trailer. In other words, a trashy segue into the size comparisons. Here are Silverbolt and Tasmania Kid next to a live-action movie Maximal, The Rise of the Beast Studio Series Rhinox, Predacon Leader, Transformers Kingdom Megatron, comparing them to a regular 6-inch scale figure of the Marvel Legends Mr. Knight, and finally, my only other Beast Wars Maximal figure, the Kingdom Dinobot. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm slightly pro Predacon. 2 very good-looking and solid robot modes? What more can I ask for? Solid transformations and good beast modes, of course. Do they deliver though? Well... And to answer my question before the transformation segment, yes, they absolutely delivered. The transformation processes were so fun, and these beast modes, boy are they peak. Just like beasts that came before, they strive for realism more than toon accuracy, which is honestly an aesthetic that I do prefer anyway. Starting with Kid again, honestly, this looks too good to be a Transformer. This looks like a straight up non-transformable animal toy. The fur details carry over to this mode, making it an absolute eye candy. To top it off, you get some gradients on his back that were somewhat hidden in the robot mode. Very nice. The head is also very nice, and his mouth can open really wide. Some people will get after this, but whatever. Whilst I'm here, might as well continue with his articulation, with his rotation at the front arms, and ball joints at his ankles and his toes. Not the most posable thing ever, but it's damn adequate. Now for Silverbolt. Man, does he look so good in this mode. The bestial details are even more pronounced than what was present on his smaller buddy, and in turn they get to shine more due to his larger stature. This is such a weird design, but I think they nailed it quite well. I wish his tail could have extended to cover up his naked ass, but it's not necessary. Articulation wise, he's also got an opening mouth, not as impressive as Tasmania Kid's, but it's still a nice addition. His head can look up if you detach it, shoulders have the same range as his hips in the robot mode, provided you detach this peg first, bend at the elbow, hinge joint at his talons, back legs are on ball joints again, you gotta detach this peg first, a nice little knee bend, and finally, the same wing posability as with the robot mode, allowing you to give this guy some much needed personality. An excellent way to cap off this beautiful Beast Sunday. Very, very good beast modes for these guys. Not much more that I can say. Let's do some size comparisons and I'll give y'all my final thoughts. Here they are next to Rhinox, Megatron, Mr. Knight, and finally, Dinobot. And that was my double review for the Legacy United Core Class Tasmania Kid and Voyager Class Silverbolt. All I gotta say is that Beast Wars fans are eating so good right now. These figures are lovely, and even to someone who hasn't seen the shows that they derive from, I can say that they're some of my favorite figures in this line already. Great robot modes with great build qualities, solid transformations, banging beast modes. Goes without saying that I highly recommend these guys to any beast mode enjoyers. You don't need to have both of these characters to enjoy them, you can just grab whatever you want and roll with it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Alright, let's take a break from beasts and hashtag for now. And all I gotta say about the next review is... Greetings, Arbitrarians!